apparently, babes.
Yeah.
I'm learning that there is a rumor that you like to beat the good boy.
No, you're the one who started it.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
When was this?
And today.
Earlier today. Oh, what did I say?
You're gonna get beat when we get home. I'm like, I never do that. When have I done that? Tickling maybe, but beating? Mm-mm. I could start.
No. We don't want you to start now.
I got belts.
Oh, yeah, one I might get into. So give me a kiss.
No.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Well, the important thing, babes, is that you are still with the good boy. And let's acknowledge that fact that the good boy still loves you, despite all the pain.
What? Oh, pain.
How did we start, babes, or you decide to start tickling me during the podcast? Because I know that a lot of people are really annoyed by that.
A lot of people?
Yes.
Who's a lot of people?
Oh, I've gotten text messages from people all across the world saying that they think it's a little bit too overkill.
I haven't had any complaints from it.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know. I mean, well, first off, you started the whole tickling thing.
That's in private, though.
Yeah. How did that start? I'm not actually sure how it started. I think I don't know.
Do you think that maybe we should reconsider and you not do that during the podcast?
No. Hey, Bubs.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be what it is if I didn't do that, or at least I didn't do it a little bit.
Oh my goodness. Well, I still love you, babes. You don't have to do it right now. We got sad news. Darcel passed away.
And I have no idea who that is.
Okay, Darcel was a very famous drag queen in the Portland area going back to, I want to say, the late 60s. And that might even be, he might have even been doing his acts earlier than that. And you're wondering, how do I know about Darcel besides, how everybody else does through the news and whatnot? In October of 1998, I'm taking a human sexuality class at MLC, and Darcel and his partner, whose name I don't remember, and I know that his partner died a few years ago, came to speak to our class. And they said two things that were right next to each other that have always stuck with me. Darcel's partner is talking, and then Darcel just says, we've lost friends, and a lot of it is due to lifestyle, but we don't smoke and we don't drink. And we know that sometimes people develop habits to cope with their childhood or the environment around them. But what you got to realize is sometimes those habits that help you cope through those situations can become self-destructive later on in life.
I would agree to that.
I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but that was the gist
I would
of it.
agree to some extent, yes.
This was back when I was really getting into smoking a lot of that sticky, icky.
I bet you didn't want to hear that there. Bye-bye.
Well, I didn't really want to, but it did stick with me through the years. And I thought that they were both really good speakers. And I'm sorry that I don't remember the name of Darcel's partner. But yeah, that was very impactful for me. And R.I.P. to Darcel.
Was he sick?
I don't know the specifics. He was in his 80s, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that means that when you were a teenager, he was probably in his 40s, 50s?
No, late 50s, early 60s.
Wow. Huh.
This was 24 and a half years ago.
Wow.
But it's super sad.
Wow.
Yeah. Or is it? Because you can make the argument that Darcel outlived a lot of his contemporaries and from the looks of it had a good life.
Did they talk about what his friends died of? Besides possible, alcohol overdoses or drug overdoses or...
You mean when I saw them speak?
Yeah.
They were just talking about, in general, people's lifestyle and how some people are a little bit more self-destructive than others. And they were talking about, well, what was it like being a drag queen, especially back in the day, and having to deal with cops. And some cops were cool, but some cops had to enforce certain laws that weren't so, great at the time. Yeah, so it's really unfortunate.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I've never actually been to a drag show.
It's not something I'm interested in.
I would definitely go to one. I'm actually surprised I haven't been. And then there was a silence. Well, I've known many drag queens through the years.
Wow.
But I've never been invited. I hope I don't seem too straight-laced.
Well, it doesn't matter if you haven't gone. I don't think it's anything that you have to be ashamed of.
It's a life experience, though. And I've heard they're really fun. I have a lot of friends who dress up in drag, and that's never been my thing, but they all say it's a really fun time, and performing in drag shows is enjoyable. So I don't know. I'd like to go and check one out sometime.
Well, just letting you know you're going solo, because I'm not going. I'm not interested in that.
And you ask your Bob.
Yeah. What?
I know you ask your Bob.
You already should know that.
Oh my goodness.
But if you want to go, then that's on you.
Nice. Okay.
I don't really have any control over that.
You wouldn't be very happy though.
No, not really. But I mean, I don't really. That's not really something I'm interested in.
You've never met any of my gay friends. Is that true?
No, I haven't. Well, and if I did, I wouldn't have known.
If you did, you wouldn't have known.
I wouldn't have known unless you told me.
I know that you grew up in kind of an oppressive and oh, what?
Yeah, I love how you like to judge how I grew up. That's not very good, Bub.
I thought you said you loved it. Stop.
There we go.
I thought you loved it. You just said you loved it.
Loved what?
You loved how I judged how you grew up. You just said you loved it.
No, I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
I love how you're like, oh, he grew up in such an impressive... How do you know that?
Well, that's because some of your beliefs. Oh,
How do you know it's impressive? You weren't in there.
I know. Give me a kiss, face.
Okay. You be a good boy.
All right, give me a kiss.
No judgmental boy.
Okay, give me a kiss.
No.
What? There's no tickle.
Okay.
All right, give me a kiss.
You stop or I'll tickle you again.
Well, but you wouldn't be freaked out if I introduce you to some of my friends who happen to be gay.
Well, you should already know that. I've been to school with a bunch of people that were gay, and it didn't bother me.
Okay.
You should know that already.
Okay, just making sure.
I've told you. I've been, I've been around a lot of them.
Well, that's good to know.
Why would you think I wouldn't?
I don't know. Well, I mean, don't get offended, but because of a way a certain person might have been raised who's right next to me. Oh, what? Oh, so no tickle?
You're doing it again, Bubs. You really should stop it. Okay, that's enough.
Are we gonna kiss him?
Okay.
Well, R.I.P. to Darcel, and yes, but I do need to go to a drag show at some point.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you really need to, or is it something that...
I think it would be fun.
Oh.
Yeah, why not? I have friends who... I have one friend who says that they only dress in drag when they go to see the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I can kind of understand, just because the Rocky Horror Picture Show is kind of a wild, kind of a weird movie. So I get that people would be dressing up weird going to that one.
Now, I'll tell you this. I would much rather go to a straight up drag show than to go and watch people watching an old movie and everybody's dressed in drag. I don't know why, but I don't know. How do you feel about that?
Going to watch an old movie where people are dressed up in drag?
Well, no, people go to the Rocky Horror Picture Show these days in drag. But what I'm saying is I would rather go to a full-on drag queen show than go to the Rocky Horror Picture Show where everybody's dressed up in drag.
I guess that would make more sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go to either one of them, but
Uh-oh.
I guess that would make more sense.
Yeah. Yeah. That's my impression of you, babes.
I don't laugh like that.
I thought you did.
No, you just made up that weird laugh just because you can.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maybe you laugh like that when you with we.
Oh my goodness. But you laugh like that now.
I'm weak.
Oh my goodness. You sound upset with the good boy.
Huh?
You sound like you're upset with the good boy.
No, just a little bit annoyed.
Oh. Okay.
I'll get over it though.
Okay, good.
I usually do.
Yeah. Yeah, you work on that, babes.
Oh my
Well, babes.
Yeah?
Let's talk about a book series that was banned in Florida schools.
Do we have to talk about it now? I thought we were going to talk about what we just came back from.
We will soon. But maybe this will surprise you. I don't know. A series called Harry Potter has been banned from some Florida schools.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay, that's I don't know if I'm surprised about it. I think it's silly.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, kids and even some adults have been reading it. I don't know why. I think there's like so many other books that should be of much concern that kids are reading than that. I really do.
This is how it starts. You start with books that more and more people find objectionable, and then slowly it corrodes into something like this.
I mean, I know that you can't ban books entirely because people are going to find it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it doesn't matter. They can find it. If it's in public domain, they are able to find it. But I think where it's really when kids are being forced to read certain books that they shouldn't be reading, and I'm not talking about Harry Potter because a lot of kids read it,
or The Wrinkle in Time,
because Wrinkle in Time is a really good book. Books that are actually not detrimental to kids kids' minds or anything like that. I don't understand. But the same people that are banning those books are the same people that are trying to groom kids. So I think it's kind of
No, they're not. The same people
are.
are banning those books. It's a
no, that's not true, Bubs, because these educators that are trying to groom these kids by putting more sexually suggestive books into kids' hands are the same books that want to ban books that aren't actually harming kids. So
what I will say is this is going down in Florida, and it's the same people who've been protesting against transgender rights have protested against the Harry Potter books and got them taken out of some school districts down there.
Are you sure it's them?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Yes. You can check into it if you don't believe me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, this is why you can't get into the whole banning books thing. It's a slippery slope. You know, last night on TV, or TYT, I should say, I think of it as TV because I watch it on YouTube, which to me is
it's
like...
It's not TV.
I know, but it's close enough.
It's streaming.
I hear you. They were playing a clip of a 100-year-old lady whose husband died in World War II, and she's in Florida talking against book banning and how if you start banning books, it's super detrimental to our society. It's a really insightful clip.
Look, I don't think you should ban them entirely. You can't ban them entirely anyway. I also don't think you should burn them. I do think that there are books that should that should not get into the hands of kids. Ones that are sexually suggestive, especially for the kindergarten through third graders. And I don't think these books should be in school libraries, but put them somewhere where kids can't get easy access to them.
See, what I say is let the parents decide. And maybe you have a rule that, okay, we don't allow kids to check out sexually explicit books until they're in, I don't know, 4th or 5th grade. And they have to come with a permission slip. But if they have that, it's all gravy. That's how I would solve these issues. Okay. That way you're not banning books and you're not setting that precedent that it's okay
I think that you shouldn't ban these books, but you should put them somewhere that kids cannot easily get access to. And you're right, the parents should have the right to make sure that that whatever their kid is reading, they know about it. And I think that if there is a book that a child is forced to read that's a part of the curriculum, they should know about it. It's a given. I think a parent should know about that. And I think they should have the option to opt their child out of reading that book.
Okay.
What?
I've always thought that Florida was kind of sketch anyway, but you know that. Back in my day, when I had to take sex ed classes, I had to have a permission slip signed from one of my parents.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a little bit curious to me that it's okay to ban books, and nobody in Florida thought, why can't we just have permission slips down here?
I don't know.
Especially if we believe in parents' rights.
Well, I think you should write to the people who want to ban them and ask them why they haven't talked about it. I don't know. I just think that they're what do you call it? Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, so I didn't take sex ed in my mainstream class. I was actually taken out of class.
Oh, because your parents.
No. I was taken out of class because my VI teachers were giving a lesson on sex ed to the kids in my district and myself.
Wow, that's interesting that it was separate.
Well, because we had to learn about it differently than the sighted kids were learning it. You know how the sighted kids would watch videos?
I was in those classes, yes.
Okay. Well, what they did, because most of us were totally blind kids, they brought things from a nursing school, like dolls that had the female diagrams and the male, the male anatomy, the female anatomy, all that stuff. And that's how they were teaching us. And they also bought like other things. They also brought like other things too. But that I'm glad that they did that, because I don't know if how a sighted teacher would be able to teach me that. A sighted teacher that taught mainstream classes would be able to teach me that.
I've never even thought about that.
I think I told you that, right?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, we were taken out of class for a day to learn about that.
Don't get offended.
Mm-hmm.
But I do remember you saying you were taken out of class for sex ed. But the way my brain interpreted it was your parents were Christian and didn't want you to learn. So you just went to the library instead of learning about sexual
No, we were
education.
taken out of school and taken to a different place.
Okay, and actually taught it.
Yeah.
Nice.
No, I told you about that.
Okay, maybe I'm
remembering. It had nothing to do
wrong.
with my parents. They did. I believe they did know about it, but I didn't have to sign any permission slips.
That's weird that no permission slips exchanged hands.
I don't remember if I did or not, actually.
I remember very clearly.
I don't remember if I did or not. And also, they did, my parents knew my teachers, and it's possible that they talked to them about, what we were going to learn. Because my parents did not talk about that stuff in our household.
No, I could not see your mom.
No, my parents, the way that my family handled it is if we didn't talk about it and if we kept the girls away from the boys and the boys away from the girls, everything would be fine, but it doesn't work that way. Because the more they don't talk about it, the less informed the child is. And I think it's important to ask questions and everything like that. And I really do wish that my parents were more open to talking about it and not to get so freaked out about it. Because kids have to know that stuff.
Yeah, here's another in the long list of reasons why George W. Bush is such an evil dude. He didn't want any funding to go to sexual education in schools. And he said that publicly.
Well, I personally think that the parent should be the one to teach your kids about sex ed. And I think that they... because now it's... sex education in schools now is so backwards.
But how do we know that? We're just hearing what it's like as two people who have graduated school a very long time ago. Or have left it in my case.
Well, I've been hearing some stories about what kids are learning, and I personally wish that if I had my way, that my parents would have talked to me about that.
Have you been hearing these stories from actual kids or from people who say that they're parents?
Not from actual kids, but I know that parents have been up in arms about what they're especially when kids were on lockdown and they were finding out what kids were learning on Zoom. And because I've been hearing about these parents what do you call them? These school board meetings, and the school board people are saying that these parents shouldn't know anything that their kids are learning, and the kids weren't there obviously, but the parents are. Some of the kids actually there may have been some kids that spoke up, but most of the time they were parents, and it sounds to me like it's going very, very backwards.
But you would agree that maybe the right is taking it too far with trying to get Harry Potter out of schools.
I don't even know if it's the right, because and I personally don't think there's anything wrong with those books. But that's
So
just my
if you
opinion.
found out it was a right, you would be against that.
I would think it was silly. Yes.
Yeah.
I would think that was. I mean, because there's so many other there are so many books that are worse than that one, and I don't think that is the worst of the worst.
I know that the left has its issues with censorship, and we've discussed this many times, but it's still really shocking to me that the right has this view in the public eye of we're the pro-freedom people.
Yeah, but you're assuming that it's the right because you always go there,
But
and I think you do.
But it's the right who control these board meetings.
They don't.
In Florida.
They do not control these board meetings. A lot of them are from board members that don't want, not board members, but representatives that don't want the parents to know about it. And a lot of them are on the left. They're not on the right, actually.
You mean the people who are protesting books in schools?
No. The people that are on the board that don't want parents to know what are in these books, or they don't want parents to know what's being taught in their children's curriculum.
Yeah, I got to check into that, but I would make the counter argument, babes, that if you're saying that it's the right wingers who are fighting for things, why are they fighting to get Harry Potter?
Yeah, but I don't think it's them that's fighting it. I really don't. And I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I honestly think it's the people that want to censor every book, and I don't think it's them.
Oh.
Well,
I love you, babes.
Okay.
And we'll see. I think it's the right for sure, but we'll check. I know historically the right has been in favor of book bannings. What? That's true.
Uh-huh.
If you check out the history in this country, yes, there have been some left-wing nut jobs who want it, but it's mostly on the right. Yes.
Okay.
But I love you. Trump predicted that he was going to be arrested this week.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't think it's going to happen.
No. So why do you think he lied about that?
I think he felt that it was going to happen. I think, okay, this is something that you probably won't understand. I honestly think that he is 10 steps of everybody, 10 steps away from everybody else. I think that he has reasons for saying things. Sometimes I don't understand it. I don't always understand it. But I don't know. I mean, I think that what could happen is if he does get arrested, which I don't think he will, but if he does get arrested, the left's going to celebrate. But they're going to celebrate for a time, and then I think it's going to help his campaign somehow. However, I think that because of what's been going on, where his house was just raided this past summer, and all kinds of things were being collected from him, and it's just, I mean, just one after the other, after the other, after the other. By the way, a lot of things came out about Michael Cohen this week, and a lot of things came out about Stormy Daniels, including that she that there is a letter somewhere saying that she that there actually was no affair with her. So that's another thing in itself, but one after the other thing that they've always come back on him for, thinking that they've got something. It's always it's always gotten back in their face hard. So I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen, so I can't really comment on it at the moment.
Okay, but we can agree, at least on the surface, it looks like he was lying to everybody.
No.
Really? So you think that he actually genuinely believed that he was going to get arrested?
I think he did. I don't know exactly what it is. I'm not saying he's lying or not. I'm just saying I'm not sure about this whole thing.
would you agree that at least...
And I'm not going to say that it looks like it. I'm not going to say that I'm going to jump to conclusions and say what I think it is, because this just came out like last week. So I don't really have any comments. I don't think it's going to happen, but I think it's one of those wait and see kind of things.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
I don't think it is either.
No.
But I'm not sure what's going to happen with it.
I was listening to Sagar on Breaking Points, and I've always maintained that there have been no U.S. presidents in the history of our country that were ever arrested. And Sagar actually said that that's not the case. One U.S. president was arrested after leaving office. Do you want to take a guess on who it was?
Is it anybody in our lifetime?
No.
In when we were alive?
Nope.
Nixon?
No.
Wow. It can't be McKinley because he died. Not Calvin Coolidge. Was it Lyndon Johnson?
No.
It wasn't John F. Kennedy.
Nope. It was after they left office. And I could always just tell you who it is, too.
Who is it?
Ulysses S. Grant.
Really?
And apparently it was like some weird technicality of the law. And the officer who arrested him didn't know who he was.
How did he not know who he was?
I'm assuming because back then they didn't have TV. And maybe the dude was younger and didn't see a picture of him before. But so he was only taken in for like, a half hour to get prints. And as soon as they realized that he was the next president, they let him go. But technically, Ulysses S. Grant was the only U.S. president who has ever been arrested after leaving office.
Why was he arrested?
It was a weird technicality to do with one of his horses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So it was like no big deal anyway. And again, once they realized who he was immediately let go.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is one of those, like, I don't know, wait and see kind of things. I just, yeah, I think it's interesting. I don't really have any comment on it.
Now, when a regular person gets indicted, they might get arrested and handcuffed. But the way I think it's going to work is Trump will get indicted because he's an ex-president. They're going to file some motion with one of his lawyers and subpoena him to appear in court.
No, I think what's going to happen is he won't get indicted because anything that they've searched for has never been found, and anything that they've been trying to get him on since he ran for president is not going to be found because there isn't any evidence. Also, another person that you may not have heard of, Miles Guo. You heard of Miles Guo before?
No, but something tells me I'm about you.
Yeah. He was arrested. Was it by the FBI? He was somebody that has been trying to keep people on alert about the CCP, and people in the Chinese community have been trying to find a way to free Miles Guo, because he has been one of those people that have been reaching out and telling people that the CCP is dangerous, because if they're not coming after him, they're going to come after us. And he has been arrested, and they're trying to find a way to free him.
I don't know what that has to do with Trump, but okay. Now,
what about arrest?
Okay. Now, I would make the argument that the reason nothing has stuck to Trump, and you're not going to like this, as much as Trump says that he's anti-establishment, and we already know this, Rick is going to sound like a broken record. To me, Trump is the living embodiment of the establishment.
Why?
Because I don't see how you can inherit hundreds of millions of dollars from your dad, have a history of bribing politicians, and yes, he said he bribed politicians, and be a billionaire and become president and not be establishment.
He's not an establishment because he's never ran for public office before that. And he, from what I understand, he's been looking at all the problems that have been going on in Washington, D.C., and he could have been joking when he said he was bribing politicians. He says a lot of things that are in jest. So if you don't understand his sense of humor, you're not going to get that. You're not going to get that at all. And some people just are not, they just don't have a sense of humor, so they can't get it. So, I know I say that in jest, yes. But, or maybe I said it because it was true. Anyway, so I think that he's not established. And when I think of establishment people, I think of people like Joe Biden that has been in office for almost 50 years or maybe 50 plus years now. I can't remember, but
it's been more than 50 years. I think just a little bit more.
Chuck Schumer, Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi, all established people.
I would agree. I'm not disagreeing with you that they're establishment. They clearly are. But I don't see how anybody could look at Trump and say he's anti-establishment.
He isn't.
I just don't get it.
He isn't, because he is going to say stuff about politicians that nobody else wanted to say but is thinking it. I also think that he's been he is willing to go head to head with people like Jeb Bush, who is an establishment person.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's willing to go head to head with the Bushes. He's willing to go head to head with Ted Cruz. He's willing to go head to head with anybody that has been in the game of politics for years, because they haven't been doing what the people want them to do. And I think he is. I don't think he embodies establishment. I think the establishment is scared of him because he's getting in their way of their agenda. I think that's what it is.
And I cannot disagree more. I would make the argument, while I really do, there are some things about Trump I do like. I love that he went against the Bush family and lying Ted and crooked Hillary, right? Mm-hmm. But by the same token, if I wanted to hear somebody talk shit about Jeb Bush, I could just tune into CNN in 2015. But CNN is establishment too. Mm-hmm. So I think that there are different forms of it, but put it to you this way. How many people do you know who inherited hundreds of millions of people from their dads when their father died? Yeah. There's some reports.
You said inherited millions of
hundreds of millions of dollars.
Okay, you said people.
Oh. Well, I said, how many people do you know who inherited hundreds of millions of dollars from their dad?
First off, he actually, his brother Fred was asked first to be in the family business, not him. And because Fred didn't want to do it, he decided his father asked him to do it. So that's not exactly true that he just inherited money and he was just rich from then on. He had to work to get that money.
I'm not saying that Trump isn't a hard worker, but he definitely had a huge leg up on life. Could we agree to that?
You say that about a lot of rich people.
But not every rich person. And I think with Trump, you cannot deny that. I'm not going to say that he doesn't work hard, but he had breaks that other people just didn't have.
I don't know if that's true, Bubs.
You don't think...
He was a troubled kid for a long time. I mean, did you know that he had to go to military school?
You told me that before.
Yeah, I know. He didn't, I mean, it wasn't like he had it easy, because he was kind of a troublemaker as a kid, and it doesn't surprise me because he can put his foot in his mouth sometimes, and I would agree with that.
Okay.
But his father had to do something about it, because had he not gone to military school, they don't know what would have happened, because I think he started playing with like sharp objects. I can't remember how old he was when he went, but from what I understand, military school really shaped him up, and he had to go through that, and he actually got close with his instructors at that school, and tried to was learning how to be a responsible young man, and took over his father's business when his brother didn't want to, and started from there. So, but I mean, to say that he just inherited all this money and was given a silver spoon, I don't think that's true for. I don't really know if that's true for him.
But he didn't start from scratch, though. Oh, insta caught.
Hold on.
As I call it, insta fought. Oh wow, it is okay. We still got some time then.
Okay.
And we'll pause it because
3:30.
Yeah. He did not start from scratch though. Would you at least agree with me on that? He did have some advantages that
I don't. I think you should honestly read his biography because I didn't read. I saw a documentary on him. I don't even remember when it was actually. It was years ago, I think. And it didn't sound to me like he just got the money and that was it.
I have heard from his co-author of the book, The Art of the Deal. The co-author said when Trump was running for president the first time that if he gets elected, we're in big trouble.
Really? Are you sure? Are you sure it's from his co-author?
That's what they said on TYT.
Yeah, and TYT is your go-to.
It's one of them. I'm not going to lie. I'll tell you my sources.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Of course it would come from them.
Of course, from Yam Bobs.
Of
course, from Yam Bobs.
Oh, goodness.
Where are you going?
Oh, no,
we're doing something here, babes. No, well, I guess I can talk about Trump then, since you're over there. What?
No, I'm here.
Okay. Yes. So, that's interesting stuff there. Jaylo.
Yes. We gotta talk about where we went because we could talk about politics all day.
And we could talk about the new lies from Tucker Carlson. What? I thought you don't like Tucker Carlson anymore.
What? No, I don't. But I mean, I don't want to go to talk that.
Oh my goodness. Give me a kiss. I'm done with him, Bobby. I'm done with you talking about him. Ouch. Give me a kiss. Another establishment racist dude. But anyways.
Go on.
Okay, so one of the reasons I don't like Tucker Carlson.
No, I don't.
Oh, I think you said go on.
No, I said go on to the next thing.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Not Tucker Carlson.
Well, babes.
Yeah.
This morning, I went to a place where I may have had some fun back in the day. And what?
Really?
This was before I met my Jaylo, of course.
We're not talking about that.
Okay. I'm talking about late 90s, early 2000s. I don't want to give all those details here, babes. But why don't you tell me?
We're not talking about that, Bob.
Okay, babes.
So today was the end of term celebration for the term because we go by quarters, either quarters or semesters. I don't know what it is, but it's a 3-month term, 12 weeks in the term, and it was really fun. It started at 12 o'clock, ended around 1:45ish. And tell us what we had.
We had shepherd's pie.
Wasn't that good?
Yeah. A piece of bread. Salad. I couldn't find eggs in the salad, so I don't know if they just
there was.
Okay, well, I must have
probably ate it.
No, I'm sure I didn't eat it, or else I would have gagged and thrown up.
There was a little bit. You probably didn't notice it because there were some other things in there, but I did.
Oh, no, I would, believe me, I would have noticed it.
You probably did.
No.
Yeah.
And then we had creme brulee.
No. It was a blackberry crumble. That's different than
blackberry crumble.
Not creme brulee. Creme brulee is different.
I was seeing if you were paying attention.
I was.
And you were.
We had creme brulee with vanilla ice cream on top of it. It was
really good.
That was an excellent lunch.
Yes.
And it wouldn't surprise me if there was food left over. And then every one of the students that were there this term said what they were taking this term and their highlights of the term, or a highlight of the term.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them were really good.
Yeah, I was shocked about how enjoyable that part of it was.
Yeah. Why were you shocked about that? Because it could get long-winded, or
that, and when I went to the CCB,
Yeah.
Which allegedly has been Me Too. This is what I've heard through the grapevine.
Right.
Not by me, though.
Yeah.
Their ceremonies were a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be one person doing a graduation meal whenever they finished the program, and then people would talk about that person after the meal. So it was a special kind of vibe today compared to what I'm normally used to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I had fun.
I was worried that my meal prep instructor forgot to mention what I did for the salad, but the other instructor did.
I was worried about the salad. I was freaking out since he told me it had eggs in it.
It did.
Well, they might not have put eggs on mine then, because I would have known. But I was thinking, how am I going to get around this?
But the salad was really good, wasn't it? It had some mushrooms in there and olives, and
I always like a good boomer. What? What are you doing? What? What? I do. I like a good boomer.
Oh.
What?
Mom, don't listen to this.
Did you tell me your mom doesn't do shrooms? What?
No.
Okay.
Let go of my...
No, because you're acting all crazy.
No, I'm not acting crazy.
I love you. Give me a kiss.
No.
Why?
I don't want to.
You want to.
Do I? Why?
Yeah, because you need one. Because your mom doesn't do enough. What?
You talk about my mother like that.
Don't you talk about mine like that.
Your mom's dead. No offense.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
When's the funeral?
You went to it.
Oh, okay.
You're weird.
Why? Do you say that?
Because you're... I said, your mom's dead already. You're like, when's the funeral? I said, you already went to it.
Nice. I did enjoy the boomers.
Bubs!
What do you...
They're not boomers.
You hate some of the language I use on things.
Ugh, so annoying.
Why?
I don't know. Anyway, okay. Besides the mushrooms, there was something called hearts of palm. Did you try that?
I think so.
I think I might have. I'm not sure which one it was, but I like the French fried onions in there too.
I didn't get any of those.
Okay.
Yeah. See, that's the other reason I think that they didn't give me any eggs, because there was also no French onions in mine.
Oh. Well, you probably didn't get a lot of salad then.
No.
You probably got just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But everything was really good, and I think I liked the yeah, that was cool that they used these disposable ramekins.
Yeah.
Was there any story that you liked besides mine?
Yeah, I don't want to go into specifics because it's people's private
No,
thing.
you don't have to tell their name, but...
But some dude said that he works with mentally challenged folks to get them work, and how he felt that the commission was a big help. Yeah. And then there was another guy who talked about how he went to the emergency room the day before, which is not funny.
No, it's not fun. I was surprised that he was talking about the snowstorm thing, which I wouldn't have talked about, but...
Oh. Nice. 12 minutes away there, Jaylo.
What time is it?
Oh, it's 3:22.
Let me pause it.
Pause it?
Yeah.
And then we'll come back to it after we unpack the groceries?
That's what I said?
You should have said pause it. That could mean anything.
Okay, pause it until we come back and after we unpack the groceries.
Okay, bye-bye. We'll be back.
Bye.
Torso people still walk, criminal. And we're back.
We are back.
Got the groceries.
Pretty much everything was there.
I had to put stuff up on your upper shelf, which is so high that you can't reach it.
Yeah, and that's why I like that you are taller, much taller than me to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And because is there only a few things on that shelf, because I don't think I put anything up there.
There's the baking soda, the Worcester sauce,
Worcestershire
Yes. And the other thing you gave me to put up there, which is the red wine vinegar.
vinegar.
That's it, I think.
Okay, because I could not reach up there. I didn't even know if there would be anything up there except for those 3 things.
Yes.
But everything's in, including the ice cream.
I'm excited, babes.
Yes.
Very good there.
Very good.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Did you finish the book yet?
No. But I can tell you where I'm at now. So, Christian leaves the interpreter's house and reaches the Palace Beautiful. He stays with 3 of the sisters and is that lives in the house, and he leaves, and he ends up meeting up with his friend Faithful, and they walk to Vanity Fair, which to me sounds like a marketplace to where you buy things that look attractive but they're not really what they seem. And one of the vendors is trying to get them to buy something. That's where I am.
What do you think of my complaint now that you've read a little bit further into the book?
I don't think of it that way. I think of the message of the book, and not so much the predictability of it.
Okay.
Or the
simplicity.
The simplicity of it. I think it's simple for a reason. I don't think of it as, oh, it's too simple, it's dumbing down the story. I think there's a message to it, and I don't see it that way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's all in the message.
Yeah, but sometimes you want to make the message to where it's not so predictable, so that people can enjoy the actual story.
But there's a reason why it's so simple. I think that's why, and also too, you have to remember it's a retelling of the story, because when John Bunyan wrote it, he wrote it in the King's English.
I hear you. It just didn't work for me that well.
Okay.
And I would make the argument, you've been reading this book for 2 months now, but it
2 months?
Yeah, the audiobook is only 2 hours long.
I know, but I've been doing other stuff too. Just like I was explaining to someone earlier, because she likes, no, it wasn't a she, it was a he. Anyway, he likes reading books, but he said, you probably listen to books to where you ignore reality. I'm like, no, it's the opposite. I have other things to do, so I don't always sit there and listen to it for a couple of hours. I have other things to do, so I forget to, or I don't finish it very quickly. And I told him that you finish books more sooner than I do, because you read more than one book.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't. I focus on one book at a time, because that's all. That's what I can do. I can do that with shows, but I can't do that with books.
Yeah,
for me.
All I'm saying is, if the book's only 2 hours long and it takes you a couple of months, that shows to me that the story's not that riveting.
No, I'm just doing other stuff. Did you listen to what I said?
I heard what you said, and
that doesn't mean
it's not it's not a huge book, though.
That doesn't mean that just because I'm doing other things and I'm not reading it as much as that it's not riveting. I have other things to do.
Okay.
People can listen and listen and listen and ignore their chores or ignore whatever is important or ignore sleep, but I can't do that.
But if it was on full speed, babes. All right, we're flopping it, babes. We're flopping, boy.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
All right, give me a kiss.
Finish what you're gonna say, and then I'll give you a kissy.
Okay. What I was gonna say is, if you listen to it on full speed, you'd be done in less than 45 minutes.
But that's the thing. I don't read it the way that you do.
All right, give me a kiss.
See, that's the thing that I'm trying to get you to understand. I don't read it the way you do, and I don't listen to things the way you do. So I'm not going to always do the same thing that you do. No,
I understand, but what I'm saying is that's more reflection on how good the book is.
It's called savoring the book.
Okay.
I don't scarf my food down. I savor it.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
Oh, give me a kiss then.
Just like I savored lunch.
Nice. So did I. I read a couple of books this week.
Very good.
I read From Staircase to Stage, which is the story of Raekwon that he wrote.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know a lot about him, do you? The chef.
No, I don't. I've only heard what you've told me, and I'm not deep into the Wu-Tang Clan's history, so I don't know anything about that.
For some reason, I know that Wu-Tang came out of Shaolin, aka Staten Island, but he always sounded to me more like a Southern rapper.
Shaolin?
Yeah, that's what they call Staten Island, babes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
you have to be like, what do they call it? Well, I didn't know that. That's why I'm asking you these things.
All right. But that I said it, though.
Oh, you know.
All right, well, let me talk a little bit about the chef.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking that he's probably from Texas and moved to Shaolin when he was a little kid.
Yeah.
But that's not the case. He didn't really know his dad at all growing up.
Uh-huh.
They met once when Ray was around 11 or 12, I think.
Yeah.
Because a cousin took him over to the grandmother's house.
Yeah.
And the dad said that he had to leave for him and then just never came back.
Wow.
The mom was in all these abusive relationships, ended having like 3 other kids. Ray was their babysitter. I think that was outside.
Okay.
And so he always had to watch his younger siblings. But sometimes he would just sneak out at night and do his own thing. And then he'd get, beat by the mom when he would come home.
Wow.
Yeah. And he talked about when he was growing up, he knew Capadonna. His mom was friends with Riz's mom, and they would run into each other at school sometimes, is the impression I got. And he liked hanging out with the RZA, but he said that he had a very intense personality.
Oh, RZA did?
Yep.
Oh.
And Ray started selling drugs. At one point, the mom kicks him out. He stays with his aunt for about a month, but she had a rule that he had to be in by 9:30 because she had to be at work in the morning.
Uh-huh.
So if he wasn't in, she wasn't going to answer the door.
Oh, okay.
So after about a month of this, he moves in with some crack addicts that he's, giving supply to. And one time he was shot. I'm, going all over the place with the book.
Shot where?
In his legs. And 2 people who he knew had a confrontation. Mm-hmm. One started running. Ray was already in the lobby of his building. The other guy shot and missed the one dude, but hit Ray in his legs. And he goes to the doctor, and they say, if this was an inch higher, you'd probably be paralyzed.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Did they get the bullet out?
Yeah, so they got the bullet out.
Wow.
He's going about life, and, he hangs out with the RZA a lot more. And RZA starts saying, you're a good rapper. Ray started writing down rhymes more. He'd always kind of rapped, but he wasn't taking it too seriously. But then he got into it in his late teens. And this was around the time before RZA changed his name, when he was known as Prince Rakeem. And he gets signed to Tommy Boy Records. They put out a Prince Rakeem single, and it doesn't do that well. So he's dropped from the label, changes his name to the RZA. By now, it's been about a year since him and Ray had really started hanging out, had really hung out. So Ray and him start kicking it again. And they start recording songs. He brings other people into the group. So how much do you know about Raekwon and Ghostface Killah?
Nothing.
Okay. I had always assumed that they were super, super close friends since the time they were little kids. Mm-hmm. And part of that is all the work they've done together over the years, but also an article I read about the two of them in the early 2000s, where it was basically just talking about how much love there was between the two of them. But they were from rival neighborhoods. And Ghost was part of another clique that called itself Wu-Tang, if I'm getting the story right. Mm-hmm. But the RZA convinced him to join his group, which eventually became Wu-Tang again.
Mm.
They're recording these songs. In 91, Protect Your Neck comes out, and it's not the version we know of it today. It does fairly well. They get an industry buzz because they're featured on a bunch of local radio shows.
Mm-hmm.
They meet with Russell Simmons from Def Jam, but because Wu-Tang has, at that point, 9 members, a lot of record labels didn't want to sign them because of the complications of something like that.
Mm-hmm.
RZA is also burnt out by the music industry, considering his failed single. Now, do you know a lot about the Jizza?
No.
Okay.
Is that RZA's cousin?
Yes, it is.
Wow. Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Wow. Okay.
The Jizza put out an album in
Jizza and the RZA.
Jizza put out an album in 1991. I believe it's called Words of Wisdom. I've actually never listened to it, even though I like a lot of stuff by the Jizza. And they make a music video. Raekwon is actually in it,
Mm-hmm.
but he's at the very end of the music video.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And Ray said that when he wanted to get into rap, he would tell people if he saw a video where you couldn't really tell who the guy was, he would tell his friends that was him in the video.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I think the Jizza had the first video that Raekwon was ever in.
Mm-hmm.
In any event, the Jizza is also kind of burnt out by the music industry, but they keep going. And there's a new rap label that's starting called Loud Records, which is a really cool underground label. They put out a lot of stuff even besides Wu-Tang. They, I believe, signed Exhibit before Dr. Dre came through. They put out the first Dead Prez album, Let's Get Free, which is a classic.
Mm-hmm.
So they got some cred.
Oh, wow.
But this was before they had that.
Okay.
And they make a deal. Basically, Wu-Tang got $75,000 as an advance. And each of the members could put out solo projects. Okay? So they record and they release Enter the 36 Chambers, which is a classic album.
Mm-hmm.
Ray is featured on a lot of the songs. They go on tour. And Ray said the first tour was a really unique experience because they would have all this fun, eating lots of food. But he said in some ways it was like college because Wu-Tang always kind of presented themselves as these really intelligent guys. So he said sometimes there would be these like really university type lectures on the bus about life and chess and different aspects of existence. Now, at one point, one of You God's kids gets shot.
What now?
One of You God's kids gets shot.
Uh-oh.
And if I'm remembering the story right, one of Ghost's friends accidentally shot You God's kids.
Uh-oh.
So there's some conflict, and You God almost left the tour because his son was only 4 at the time.
And he was the one that got shot?
You God's son got shot.
The 4-year-old?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
The son of You God.
Oh.
But he didn't leave the tour. They keep on doing their thing. Method Man puts out an album. I believe ODB came next.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Raekwon goes in to record and makes Only Built for Cuban Links, which I have my issues with the album,
Mm-hmm.
but it's considered a classic. And the way it was, excuse me, I had some snot.
Ugh.
They wanted to go down to Barbados and take recordings from the RZA's beats and just do, the vocals over them. But they go down there and the hotel they're staying at,
Mm-hmm.
the staff is treated like shit. Ray said after a couple of days, him and Ghost wanted to split. So they go to Miami, make the album, take it back for the RZA to listen. And then Ray and Ghost insist on putting all these skits in the album to tie it all together.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's one of the problems I have with it, and with Wu-Tang in general, is there's always these long, long intros to their songs.
Mm.
And it can get a little bit too much for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, when is the music going to come on?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Even the RZA was selling them this.
Wow.
But they put out Only Built for Cuban Links. It's a success. They follow it up with Iron Man, which is Ghost's solo project, but Ray is featured on 13 of the 17 tracks. So it might as well just be, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And Cap is on it a lot, Capadonna. And then it comes to releasing Wu-Tang Forever. Did you ever hear this double album?
No.
Okay.
Why? Why?
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. Go on.
Okay.
I have not heard it.
It comes out, and they're supposed to do a show for Hot 97, which is this really respected, maybe I should rephrase that. It's a big station in New York that plays rap music.
Mm-hmm.
There's a great line from Immortal Technique where he says, "I've wanted to spit on the radio since I was 11, but can't afford the payola for Hot 97.
Oh, wow.
I always like that line. Basically, the way these things work is the artist pays to do the show, and in exchange, they get radio play.
Mm-hmm.
Wu-Tang is the last act of the night. We're talking June of 97 for Hot 97.
Mm-hmm.
By the time they get on stage, people are leaving, not really paying attention, and their mics aren't working too well.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Ray, and I forgot who he said it was in the book, but one of the members of Wu-Tang goes up to the mic and says, "Fuck Hot 97, we listen to Kiss FM instead." And he gets the entire crowd to chant, "Fuck Hot 97. As a result, their music was banned from not only Hot 97, but a lot of different radio stations across the country. And not just as the Wu, but their solo work too.
Wow.
For a few years. So it ended up backfiring on them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, by this time, obviously, Ray's a big star. Wu-Tang Forever sells something like 4 million copies within the first year that it's out. And it's considered a classic. But there's contentions within the group. Not everybody is treated the same. RZA doesn't want to let outside producers come in. And things just keep building and keep building. And then the book goes into a lot of his issues with the RZA and how the RZA is closed-minded. There's a TV show, I think it's called Once Upon a Time in Shaolin, which I have not seen, and it's on Hulu.
Uh-huh.
Ray thought that they could make it into a movie and got Leonardo DiCaprio interested in doing it. But according to him, or at least the implication from reading the book, is that the RZA kind of blew that deal.
Oh, wow.
Also, Ray says that they didn't make any money from the Wu Wear clothing line.
That's the name of their clothing? I never heard of that.
Yep.
The Wu Wear, huh?
The Wu Wear. So it's a really good book. What do you think of what I told you?
I don't know. It's a lot of information.
Mm.
I'm not really interested in reading a book about them because I don't know much about their music.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
You have said that your younger sister used to be into the Wu-Tang Clan.
Maybe a little bit. I mean, I think she's talked about them, but not in detail.
Will you recommend this book to her?
I don't know. I don't even know if she reads a lot of books, like for leisure, to tell you the truth.
Oh?
I don't know. I don't talk to her that often, so I don't know.
Oh.
It's possible that she might like to read it. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
I've been re-listening to some Raekwon music this week. I've had that song Incarcerated Scarfaces stuck in my head. It's a really good track.
Oh.
Yeah. So, it's interesting stuff, babes. I told you that I wanted to read more about Rosewood.
Mm-hmm.
So I did. And it actually makes it a little bit more confusing because of some of the contradictory stuff.
Yeah, because I was wondering about, for example, the Fannie Taylor story.
Mm-hmm.
Was that really true? Because in the movie, it sounded like that whole story that she made up, where she said that this black guy beat and raped her, was the cause of all these all the killings of black people in the town.
Yeah. From what I understand after reading more about it and watching a 60 Minutes piece from the early 80s,
Mm-hmm.
that was the cause of it, but it's a little bit unclear. Some people think she made the entire thing up. Other people think it was a white guy. And a lot of people think that it was an escaped black convict who broke into her home. Nobody really knows. Or if they did, nobody said anything.
Yeah.
Or has been listened to.
Mm-hmm.
That John Wright dude did hide people, and he was the only person who actually lived in Rosewood.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I thought they did live in Rosewood.
No, the town did, but the John Wright is the white dude.
Wright, yeah.
Yeah, he lived there.
Wow.
Most of the other people, the white people, lived in the neighboring town.
I did not know that.
Rosewood had a very popular baseball team.
Which I was really surprised, actually.
Yeah, I get why they didn't cover it in the movie, though, because it's so long already.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of speculation about Sylvester.
Mm-hmm.
Now, some people say that the story of him escaping in his mom's coffin is true.
Mm-hmm.
Other people swear that he died during the whole scrimmage. So we don't really know. But, I don't know, it's a fascinating case, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
It is a fascinating case.
Yes. You sound you sound a little tired.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The book I read mostly dealt with what happened after the massacre.
Right.
A lot of people refused to talk to their kids about it.
Wow.
And it's crazy that they only got $2 million in 1993.
Mm-hmm.
I think the book I read is called Like Judgment Day. It's on Bard if you want to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's really worth reading. I don't want to go into the whole story because it sounds like you're ready to pass out.
Oh my goodness. Well, yeah, but I might want to read it. I don't know.
Yeah. Good stuff there, Jaylo.
Yes, very good.
What's your thinking, babes?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I might be a little bit tired.
I think you are. It's already 4:15 though.
I know.
I don't know if you want to take a nap now or not.
Maybe at least for 15 minutes.
Oh.
And then movie time.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna have a snack first.
Oh yeah.
Since we're not eating dinner.
No.
I'm gonna go to bed hungry.
Okay, I'll give you a snack.
Okay, good.
My goodness.
Yes. I read other books too, but we can get into those tomorrow.
We can get into those tomorrow. It's been kind of a long day, actually.
Oh yeah?
A little bit. Well, I think it's just because getting up to that, building up to the lunch and, people helping out and, students and instructors helping out. It's been busy.
I've been up since 3:30 this morning.
Wow, I'm surprised you're not tired.
Got up, did laundry, did my morning pages, had a workout with a friend, all that good stuff. Got some groceries. Oh yeah, so when the groceries get here, you didn't want to buzz the lady in.
Well, no, what happened is my keypad didn't show up. For some reason, it wasn't on my screen, and I couldn't get to the button fast enough.
Oh, interesting.
And that's why I said, I'll just go down and get it. And I wanted you to come with me because, unless not everything could fit in the cart, in case, I needed help carrying one of the bags up there. But you reluctantly went with me.
Yes.
So
I'm I was just planning on sitting here, and you're like, no, Bob, you'll come with you.
I asked you to. I didn't say come with me. I said, can you please go with me down to Dale?
I know, honey. I love you, honey.
I didn't boss you around.
No, you didn't. I love you, honey.
I asked you nicely.
I know, babes. And
Okay.
Okay. I love you, babes.
I love you both. So she got pretty much everything, and I do, and actually now that I think about it, I didn't order extra chicken.
Okay.
So that's That's okay.
Well,
I got everything else though.
well, good.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Yeah, it's right.
Well, babes.
Yeah?
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Oh, good. Well, we can wrap this up then.
Okay.
Wrap it up with a kiss.
Okay.
Okay. All right, come here. All right.
Okay.
Bye bye. Oh, hold on. My thing's acting. Okay. Bye bye for
Bye-bye.
now. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.